sprawling informal settlements on large swaths of often unsuitable land. Authorities say such settlements number more than 800 across the city.
They've been trying to interact and to speak to the municipality, the provincial and the national government to get access to land. But all of that has fallen to dead ears, right? So people ended up, as you all know, that during COVID-19, there was mass occupations that took place, because people lost jobs and could not afford to continue renting where they were renting. And this resulted to occupations being erected in informal settlements and in other areas as well. Now, the issue that now we have these occupations. Some of them are in not suitable spaces. But in that, we are finding that the city of Cape Town, the provincial government and the national, not coming on board to intervene with that, regardless of the fact that they've got a lot of pieces of land in well-located areas and also in the outskirts as well.
The organisation says the recent flooding of informal settlements is nothing new, as it happens every winter, but that it has exposed the dire living conditions of those who call informal structures home. About 150,000 residents were affected in the metro.
We've got an occupation in BM in Khayelitsha. It's more than 30 years that community has been there. They are currently facing flooding as we speak. We've got a community in Greenpoint, in Khayelitsha as well. It's more than 15 years they've been staying there. They're currently facing flooding as we speak. There is no intervention from the state.
City authorities say the challenges in human settlements are multifold. Among them, people erecting informal settlements in unsuitable areas like wetlands or occupying land where no services can be provided. It says the recent storms that hit the province, particularly Cape Town, have demonstrated the need for people to refrain from doing so.
I think we need to have some very difficult conversations as a Cape Town community if we want to address this sustainably. It is, in fact, my first winter as an MMC, but certainly we've experienced inclement weather over the last 10 months. One, I think we need to review the PI Act. Cabinet must now prioritize the review of the Act, because that is how we're going to legally stop individuals from invading and occupying spaces that they shouldn't be. Whether it's MMC Popham, Minister Slabisa, President Ramaphosa, no services can be delivered in those spaces, so people should not be there in the first place.
The city says it's committed to identifying Category C informal settlements with the aim of major relocations. It, however, says this will take an excessive amount of access to land and communities to work with the city. On a visit to informal settlements in Cape Town recently, the National Minister of Human Settlements said the department is working with the provincial and municipal authorities to fast-track the relocation of vulnerable informal settlements.
We're having the same conversation with Western Cape, City of Cape Town yesterday. We held an emergency meeting in the afternoon where we looked at saying, how do we ensure that we fast track the relocation of Category C? Category C informal settlements are those that are in danger for disasters in floods. And then in Western Cape, we've got even the issues of fires. So what we have said is that they must include in their business plan the reblocking, so that we don't continue to see the fires happening. So there's work that we will do, continue from where we've laid the foundation and escalate the plans.
The city says over the past 5 years, 9 breaking new ground housing projects were completed. These include 2,664 housing opportunities in The Hague, Delft, just over 1,000 in Greenville, Phase 4, as well as hundreds more in Salaris Pass, Belhar and Puxabos. Social housing projects completed include Conradi Park, Maitland and Regent Villas. The city has cited the issue of what it terms the construction mafia, causing major and expensive delays in completing housing projects. The Symphony Way site, which would deliver over 3,000 housing opportunities, and Beacon Valley are among the projects stalled due to extortion. Occupations in areas such as Harare and Mahama Infill have also delayed progress.
There are these occupations that are there that are on suitable land. Service those sites so that people are able to have electricity, people are able to have running water, people are able to have roads and so on, so that when there's fire, firefighters are able to access those roads. So I'm saying then that we must be able to implement all of these housing programs that are there to close the gap, so that we don't focus on one, and then we leave others out of it.
Ndifuna Ukwazi concedes that Cape Town is not alone in its struggle to keep up with increasing demand, and that cities across the country have experienced population increases as people relocate in search of jobs and better living conditions. The organisation says it's a crucial issue that must be addressed by all spheres of government. Vanessa Puna, SABC News, Cape Town.